time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, May 28th on a Wednesday. Currently, after doing a little song and dance, S&P is minus 13, NASDAQ is plus 6, Russell's down 18, Dow's down 170, gold and silver both slightly red, notes and bonds red, 10-year yield up 1%, oil up 1%, natural gas down 5, soybeans finished red, wheat green, corn red, euro and the pound are both down about 1/3%. Bitcoin down 2%. VIX up about 1/3%, just over 19, currently at 19.02. That little whipsaw was a big killer for me. I went from plus 5,000 to now minus 3,500. So two double stops. So, and some other put side stops, and a little slippage to mix in. So that wasn't fun. I thought I might just have a really nice big day, but no, it just couldn't happen. Just couldn't happen. I had 3 Elmos that hit profit target at 25%, and then I did a reduced size one. My normal is 5 contracts. Then I did a 3 lot, and on that just right before the down move. So it took me all of about 30 seconds to get stopped on that one. So it's up about 1,200 on my price action iron condors, about minus 1,200 on my day trades, and I got out of my 1 DTE for, what was it? I think minus $200, minus 220. So that is it for me. Chad, how about you?
Yeah, thankfully I wasn't part of that. I had 2 contracts on in one account and no contracts on in another. So I have been a part of that before, and so I'm just thankful I was not a part of that today. 1 DTE had a little bit of a loss there. Just, the theta decay not happening, and close it off, a little bit of a loss. AM number 1, I didn't take anything off until 40% because price was just hovering in the center of my iron condor pretty much the entire time. And so finally at 40%, I took half off, then hit 60, then hit 80. So a little bit bigger win than normal, which was nice. And then I did a lunchtime number 1, entered at 12:55, hit 20%, I think, in 18 minutes, then hit 40% in 30 minutes, and then that big drop happened. Luckily, I was able to close my puts for $1.10. I had $1.70 in slippage on my last 2 contracts. But the $1.10 on those puts, I made that not so bad. So plus 4,460 on TLC, a minus 910 on 1 DTE. That's a net of plus 3,550. My Elmos plus 1,700. Didn't have any stops there either. So booking what was that? About $5,200 today.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking like a pretty good day till I got caught in that little whip dip. Looks like Trump
I
just
probably
ordered U.S. chip designers to stop selling to China. I'm not sure if that's what started shaking things or not. Chips were on a run.
I probably would have considered a trade, another trade here until that happened. I mean, you know, price has been pretty muted most of the day until then, and you know, I was eyeballing premium at the time that happened.
Yeah, I eyeballed it about 60 seconds earlier.
Yeah, I was going to give it a little more time.
SMH, the semiconductor ETF, just dropped pretty big there the last 10 minutes on that news. A couple of them are still holding up okay. SMCI, AVGO, MU. Let's see, what's NVIDIA doing? I thought it was just kind of leading up to NVIDIA earnings. Yeah, NVIDIA's holding up okay. A little bit of a dip. As far as stocks go, we've got all the chips are kind of the big green today. ARM, SMCI, AVGO, NVIDIA, Meta's up a little bit, Apple's up a little bit. On the red side, we've got TEM is down 20%. That's a big nasty bar for Pelosi. GME was down a lot more. It's down 10%. Oh, not a lot more. I was thinking 20. Yeah, it's down 10.5. CoreWeave down 5.5. Tesla is down 1. Oh yeah, I forgot. So Friday is the last day of the month. Tomorrow is the 29th. The tech sector is still barely green. Everything else is red. So as far as NVIDIA earnings, I was going to go bullish. Yeah, I'm still going to go bullish. I'll do a little earnings call butterfly in NVIDIA. Krish is bearish, which makes me even more bullish, so that's good. Let's see. All right, so expected move is about $8.50 in NVIDIA. Currently trading at 136.5, so 145. Krish, why are you bearish on NVIDIA? You got some inside information you need to share with us? Or is it just your crystal ball? Sure looks like it wants to break out. So 145 would put it about right here above that little peak. about $8 away from all-time highs. I wouldn't doubt if Nvidia's at all-time highs after earnings.
I did a Wooga-like trade just for the fun of it on the 15s and 05s.
'15s and '05s.
Yep, 10 wide. Just premiums were still a little juiced, and it was about 4 or 5 minutes ago. So I was like, yeah, just put this on for the fun of it. Just a little 2 contracts.
Trying to get filled here. Let's try 82 cents. No fill. Getting a little pullback here. Surprised I'm not getting filled. Let's try 83. All right, there we go. I got filled at 83. I'll post here. I'll post here in the chat, and then I'll also post in the trades channel. So 145 is the sweet spot. Let's see what else we got going on here. Tomorrow's Thursday. We have preliminary GDP. Excuse me. Unemployment claims. Pre-market. Pending home sales. 30 minutes after the market opens. And then Friday, core PCE price index. Oh, I also did a 6-7 put calendar this morning. It's currently down 3.9%. I'll close that out here shortly. S&P is just hanging out right near its pre-market lows. NASDAQ is chopping around unchanged. Russell the weakest, down almost 1%. Man, my day trades have been not too stellar lately. Three red days in a row. Caught a couple little winners in TSM and ARM. During the live stream, I took a loss on QQQ. Tried to get long on this pullback to pre-market highs for continuation, but just fell apart after that. And then Tesla, tried to get long. Looked like it was getting strong here. Pulled back to unchanged. Looking for a continuation, and then it just started chopping. The 1 DTE I closed early. If anyone was in that, you kind of saw what happened there with the NVIDIA earnings, just no decay, which I thought could be the case, but wasn't sure if NVIDIA earnings was still getting the same hype that it was, but apparently it is. Didn't help that the market was going straight down all morning. Oh, you got out green? Nice, Abash. Yeah, I held through all this down move, and then when it bounced and we got a big contraction in the VIX volatility, I got out right at the top of that bounce at about 12:20. Let's see, what time did I close that? Yeah, about noon my time, so close to the top of that little bounce when volatility had contracted really at its peak, is where, as far as the kind of the pretty close to the bottom of where the VIX has traded today, but yeah, it was just a little bit red still. Wow. SMH really fell apart. SMH is down at its lows, whereas some of these chips are still holding up. AVGO still holding up well. TSM's a little bit red, but holding up okay. MU, SMCI, ARM starting to fall apart. AMD's never really had much of a rally. Yeah, Joe Rod, I saw something about Kathy Wood buying a bunch of NVIDIA before earnings. But I'm sure that's just more of a long-term deal. What else, my friends? Anybody new here? Anybody got any questions about what we do here?
See, CML is pretty new.
Mustafa, welcome, welcome.
Sure if
What's
CML
your
is on.
experience, Mustafa? Are you a veteran trader, new to options? What's your experience? 50-50. All right. What were you saying, Chad?
CML is new. I don't see. He was on here yesterday, but I don't see him on today.
Welcome, Ton One. Nothing wrong with a little lurking. Yeah, so Mustafa, so in the Zero DTE Trades channel is where I post. And then Chad posts his in his Dr. Chad channel. I get a little downside now on the indices. Yeah, Joe Rod. So I would say, well, a couple things. One, if you haven't already, make sure you watch Chad's class on his TLC. That's kind of the best overall class on just entering iron condors on price action. It's in the Trade Plans channel. And then some of us have started also trading what is now known as Elmos, which is just simply 25% profit target, 50% stop loss, all in, all out. Started being traded by Elliott and Moel, hence the name Elmo. So those are kind of the two primary price action type iron condors that you'll see. And then the Mahomes course is in WAP. Yeah, 50% of the credit received, correct. Wow, SMH is still coming down through lows.
My Wuga-ish trade is right at the break even.
I don't know what's causing SMH. I mean, a lot of these big chips stocks aren't selling off like that, but for some reason the index, SMH, is just collapsing. Oh, TSM's starting to come down now. TSM and NVIDIA and AVGO would have the most weight in SMH, I'm pretty sure. But SMH is cratering. Yeah, I'm sure it's the Trump news. I guess more of what I was kind of. So here's a lot of the big chip stocks. You've got AVGO, MU, AMD, TSM, ARM, SMCI, and then I've got NVIDIA on a different screen. But, I mean, none of these are coming down as hard and fast as SMH is. And they are the components that make up SMH. Tesla now rolling over down to lows of day. That big flush in SPX just kind of ticked through the lower expected move. Now we're right back down to that level. I have it marked at about 58.95. Bitcoin also coming down. Got about 8 minutes till MOC. What's that, Joe Rod? What do you mean? What is your daily pullback trade? Oh, okay, gotcha. It looks like the S&P, NASDAQ, little pause, possible bounce here. I'll be back in 1 minute. what looked like might be a little bounce got pushed back down. Chips still coming down as well. Yeah, the trying to backtest a discretionary price action trade is not really, can't really do that. If you look in Dr. Chad's channel today and scroll up, Naughty Dog posted a couple back tests where he kind of went through and basically found the best time of day to trade the same trade structure. So obviously, and like he said, it's kind of curve fitted, but that's where he you'll see that posted there. That was kind of interesting. Yeah, Tony. So yeah, exactly. We just started calling eWooga the earlier entry. eWooga and OG Wooga. And Wooga is the name of one of our members who started trading that, so we just started calling that trade the Wooga. Yeah, the other thing, and Naughty Dog mentioned this too, which I think is a good idea, is, if you, after you've been trading your price action trades for a while, you could export that data and then upload that as a CSV file into Option Omega and see if you can find any patterns. But the reality is this, like, it's just, price action iron condors, it's just all about trying to find, just reading price action and finding pockets of consolidation where price will stay in a narrow range long enough to book profit. So from a back testing perspective, personally, I don't see a whole lot of value because it's so discretionary that way. But I think there might be, I think more data is probably a good thing. You may be able to find a little bit of patterns. It's specifically about how you do things. Naughty Dog, I don't know if you have any comments on that or if you found anything, but that's kind of my 2 cents on it. NVIDIA came right down to unchanged. Now it's bouncing. Indices trying to bounce. Chad, you probably like that bounce for your Woogas.
Oh yeah, my Wooga back in the game. It's inside the break even. Between the break even and the short strike.
Oh, we got MOC coming. Let me turn on my voice. Turn on my audio so you guys can hear it. MOC in 25 seconds.
Ten seconds. Market on close, imbalance, S&P 500 sell side 757 million, Nasdaq 100 sell side 300 million, Dow 30 sell side 367 million, and Mag 7 sell side 95.9 million.
750 million sell side, so pretty small, but market wants to go down. Yeah, he did, Ken. Good call. He finally got it all out without stuttering. Oh, that's funny.
Market wants to come down before close so NVIDIA could then pop.
I think so too. I gotta close my 6-7. Took a little hit on that down move. Yeah, I think there might be something to that Abosh. The test does the best if you get in a couple minutes before MOC, but it sure seems like, you know, it's a big MOC number, which it moves in that direction, so. S&P and NDX below their expected move to the downside. S&P, yeah, both going through lows of day. Tesla through lows of day. NVIDIA not quite through lows of day. Amazon through lows. SMH still bleeding. Now AVGO's rolling over. AMD another flush lower. The 90 butterfly, with all this movement staying cheap, trading for around $1.30 maybe. I wonder if Trump planned that little chip directive just before NVIDIA's earnings on purpose. NVIDIA now down to lows. It's getting a little dirty into the close. VIX getting close to highs of day. Not quite to highs of day, though, even though SPX is flushing below lows. Yeah, these volume bars, the last two volume bars higher than the first in SPY. Usually the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes have the biggest spikes, but definitely seeing some volume come in on this move down. 85 butterflies trading for over $2. I'm going to go ahead and jump in the 85 here. No fill yet. Kind of bounced quick on me. Well, no, pushed up to 90 too quick. I'm going to cancel. Got a little over 3 minutes. I'm going to sit out. If anyone got filled on that 85 when it was down there, though, looks like you either would have been locked in or just in good shape. NVIDIA bouncing off its lows. VIX just dropped 20 cents on that little bounce. A little less than 2 minutes. I don't think NVIDIA's info will come out till about 30 minutes after the close, but one minute. SPX still hanging around 87. S&P down 0.5%, Russell down 1%. Ten seconds. SPX at 89, up to 90.
Order cancelled.
And there is the bell.
Order cancelled.
So it looks like 5888.61. All right, all. That is a wrap for the day. We'll see what NVIDIA brings us. Hopefully some good action for tomorrow. As far as the live stream goes, I think it is Chad. Tomorrow is the 29th. Yeah, Chad will be streaming live at the Open for day trading. We'll be back for Power Hour. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.